Well, our chairman, President Trump, and Ambassador Grinnell, our new president of the Kennedy Center, have really taken an aggressive fashion forward to save this institution. It was struggling financially. The programs were not what America wanted to see on their stages, and so they've really worked very hard. I find true love and passion in being able to share everything that we're doing with the American people and with those around the world. Art is a global fashion. It is a language that can speak amongst multiple different countries. We have artists here from all over the world, and during America 250 you'll actually see a lot more of that, so we're very excited to represent all the different culture at America's Cultural Center.
Thank you so much. And what makes this different from all of the years prior to this?
Well, I would say that the honorees are really unique in that they span genres and generations. What we're excited to have is something for everyone. That's something that Ambassador Grinnell and I have been saying since the day we got in the doors here. The Kennedy Center programming needs to have something for everyone. It needs to represent America's values, and it does that now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, this is right here. Because Paul is first, and Jean. What a day, what a day.
I do my work from the sidelines now.
Can you say a bit about why the president chose these nominees? Was the idea to get something more in tune with mass culture, more appealing to the average person, and maybe the ceremony had been?
Yeah, well, I would say it's very simple. Our honorees represent all genres, and they cross generations in terms of their fans and the people that love them. And we really believe that it's important to have something for everyone here at the Cultural Center. If you look at our programming, if you look at the honorees that are on the stage, the artists that are on stage,
Who's your favorite?
I don't have favorites.
I don't believe that. Let's go, favorite.
You know, I had a really lovely speech.
Okay, man, if you're going to hold up the sign, we need to see the sign too.
And I will tell you that everybody in Nashville is fighting tooth and nail to get a spot to honor him on stage tonight.
I can believe it. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
We're going to great honor about his daughter, Monique, and his wife, Jeanette, are going to be here. And we're going to make sure that
That's a rush.
Oh, I'll get it though. Act 74. Jeans.
Right here.
Does it have a like number? I mean a password code or whatever? Like
Not really. Okay. Oh, yeah. I definitely want that. Now, I was having a list just to keep track. But then again, I already know who's the three, so... Oh, and that's the other reason I wanted it because...
Yeah, no, just leave it like that. I'll try to get it.
Bill Conti. three. There you go.
I think five.
That's never fooled me. Yes. Same like separate.
Question. Question.
Well, I mean, it's the cute. I left town.
Slow motion. No, yeah, I'm sure you love it. Certainly one of his eyes and
Earl Conti, how you doing?
I'm doing well. When we think that next year will be the 50th anniversary of something that happened in 1976
Yes.
and changed my life, that's for sure.
So tell us, what was going through your mind when you created the Rocky theme? Because 50 years later, almost 50 years later, it is the underdog, it's the champion, it's the iconic theme of all movie themes out there.
Well, let's say it's an accident to begin with.
An accident.
Well, it's an accident because they're doing a movie and they need a montage in the 10th round. A montage of this guy that's training, right?
Yes.
Getting ready for a fight that we know he's going to lose because we read the script.
Oh, yes.
So we know he's going to lose. And the director asked for about a minute's worth of music, then another 30 seconds, then another 30 seconds. So it's kind of pieced together like a quilt. He didn't sit down to write a song. So after 3 minutes, this thing happened. That the song came together. He cut the montage to it. And words got put to that too. And that's why it's an accident. I mean, no one really sat down to make either a hit movie or a hit song. A movie under $1 million, $900,000 with nobody that nobody ever heard of. $25,000 package to do all the music. No expectations. But then all of a sudden, if the people liked it, you can't stop it. So we didn't have much to do with it. We just did it, and then it exploded. And the beneficiaries felt a real gratitude. 50 years later, also. Every day.
Absolutely. How does it feel to be here at the Kennedy Center Honors, honoring Sylvester Stallone, who put life to the theme?
Well, not only did he begin 50 years ago by the career, he's managed to be always renewing his abilities and demonstrating and worthy of such an honor. I mean, he wasn't a wonder. It's a big movie. It's not the only thing he ever did. I feel likewise. It's not the only thing we've ever done, but it's still there. And it's still resonating 50 years later. it's being acknowledged. So at least that's being acknowledged.
And let me tell you, my favorite theme of yours is American Lions.
You know, more people got hurt in the filming of that in the very beginning. I was doing the music, and the producer called me, "How you doing on the music?" I said, "I'm doing fine." He said, "How are you doing?" He said, "We've had the ambulance here 4 times." So they got it right, and the people were going to the hospital. But American Gladiator was fun.
Absolutely. Bill, it was an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Appreciate
Fine.
it.
Thank you.
Contact, so nice to meet you, Mario. Super NTD News. So with Sylvester Stallone being honored this year, what does it mean for your music being so closely tied to one of those honors?
Well, we are. We are. The music, the emotional support for the music, for the movie, it was linked from the beginning. It didn't have to work necessarily, but it did. And people like the music, and they think of the music when they think of the movie also. It's a big deal. So it makes me feel pretty good about it.
Bound together.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are bound together. It's, and I think he appreciates that as much as I do. I mean, he loved it the minute he heard it. There was no second guessing. He heard it, he loved it, he thought it was right for the movie. It doesn't always work that way, but when it does, it feels good.
Music does seem to have that power of transcending cultural boundaries. It also has a huge emotional resonance across culture.
It's the ultimate fantasy. It goes in your ears, and you make of it whatever you can.
What do you think of music now in this cultural moment? There's a lot of
Well, this style, you think of it as style. The dress, the hems go up, the hems go down. We go through phases of change. So even during the change, the music does make emotional sense to the people, to the younger people that are listening to whatever they're listening to. They're falling in love, right? They're crying like old people cry. So it must be working. You might not like it. You know what I mean? But not be for you, but you'll have your own kind. So it's still working. Pleasure.
That's not fair. Life's not always fair. But you find out how much something means to you, like how much you achieve.
Absolutely right. And one of my favorite songs that my mom introduced me is Rock and Roll All Night. It's celebrated the live version 50 years, just a couple months ago. How does it feel to have that song still be the party rock anthem, generations and more to come?
I think the thing that makes it timeless is the message, is just celebrating life. And there's been times where people would rather dwell on bad news. Bad news is all around us, but to sing about good times, it may make the bad times more bearable.
Exactly. And do you mind giving a shout out to my magazine, The Rogers Review?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, Stanley here, Rogers Review. Read it, watch it, do whatever you like.
Paul, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you look
Thanks so much.
stunning.
what does it mean?
Well, as with anything, being part of a tradition is gratifying and humbling. To see the accolades and awards that were bestowed upon people before us, it's humbling. It's humbling, and to join them is, again, humbling and also reaffirming for what we've done.
And we think about the role of music now, the culture as how we're united and what role can it play in connecting.
Music has always changed, and I think it's very easy to fall into the rut of thinking your music is better than the current music. Or when I grew up, music was, and we fill in the blank. Well, that's what we said when Frank Sinatra was big. Well, that's not music. When the Beatles came in, well, that's not music. Frank Sinatra was music. And it always goes like that. I think that's healthy, but it's also important for us to remember that because the music may not touch us doesn't mean it doesn't touch others. Thank you.
We were at the garden 2 years ago. Now, what are we doing now?
And she's a little bit taller.
He's taller.
A chapter.
I assumed so.
Okay. This
And Kelsey Grammer is on the line as well.
The talent escorts are one.
The what?
The talent escorts are right here.
So it's unbelievably gratifying.
No, that was the politician.
The lobbyist.
Time when I can still enjoy celebrations.
What's next for you after this? I know you did what's coming up in 2026 for you?
Well, the very next thing.
I think I've really respected and participated in it throughout the last few decades. And so I'm here to just keep it alive, the tradition. And I'm glad to sort of revivify the whole idea that we can still come together and celebrate the arts. And, it doesn't have a political overlay, at least for most of us.
The president is very involved.
He really is. It's extraordinary. And I mean, I didn't realize how much work and the money he's dedicated to redoing the Senate. It's amazing. I mean, the word is that it was pretty much falling down. I mean, I remember here the last time with Jerry Herman, I was like, looking pretty shaky. And it was not a good thing. So I mean, I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I thought so. I wanted to say hi to Michael myself. Hey. Meet my daughter, Faith. Michael Crawford.
Hi.
Here's the man.
And
I've had a few.
and Michael,
Go ahead and say
we're with Reuters. I'm with Reuters. Hi. Can you also talk to me about what it means to be here? And congratulations.
Thank you. It means I'm speechless. It's so humbling. But at the end of a career, I didn't expect a phone call like that to say you're going to be honoured, and it was just mind blowing.
But you've worked for it your whole life.
But you don't think about that. I think we go to do, and we all go to do and do our job the best we can, and you don't do it for reward. The reward is having full houses there. That's the excitement, and to have gone with Phantom to have such audiences in England, and then in New York, and then in LA. We went to. It was amazing to see people sleeping outside, people waiting for tickets, and you dream of stuff like that.
What does it mean that your music, that your performance, that your show is so iconic on both sides?
But well, I say before, I started studying American film, and not unknowingly study, but from when I was about 7 years of age, seeing Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd, and watching the truthfulness of their comedy. It was dramatic. What they did was dramatic, and you saw them fall, and Laurel and Hardy. But it's brilliantly done. It's absolutely brilliantly done. And you keep that inside you, and you analyze it, and the further you move on your career, to then work with Gene Kelly, and meet and work with him for months on end on Hello Dolly, I learned a discipline growing up. I learned to be brave. Like, you had strength. You worked from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes, and that's where a character comes from, and that applied to the Phantom. So I made it hurt every night. It hurts to use the entire. It's athletic. And hopefully that gets through to an audience.
What would you tell young artists coming up now? What would you tell young?
Hi guys. Is it okay to say the word guys? Do you get upset with that?
I don't get upset.
Okay, then hi, girls.
Nice to meet you,
He
James.
looks like a James Bond villain, doesn't he?
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was going for. If I could start off, I want to ask you about the American Music Fairness Act. You'll be on Capitol Hill talking about that. Why is that an important issue to you? Why radio specifically?
First of all, in these polarizing times, we have to stress that it's going to be bipartisan. Marsha Blackburn's going to be there. Mr. Schiff is going to be there. Democrats and Republicans align in the idea that if you work hard in America, you should get paid. You guys are all making a fortune doing this. You're not doing it for free. Don't shake your head. I know you got zillions. And so when you hear, when we all hear, for half a century or more, the voice of Elvis Presley or Frank Sinatra, did you know that the recording studio, the record company, the writers, and the publisher, everybody gets paid except the reason we tune in to the radio station in the first place, because we love those performers. They get zero. Zero. That's got to change, not just for the past, but for the future artists of America, because we created rock and roll, blues, hip-hop, country and western music, and jazz and so on. And we have to protect the idea that in America, if you work hard, you should get paid. And that's good. I guarantee you this will pass, because I know where those senators live.
She said, do you have supportive messages for the troops?
What about what?
Do you have supportive message for the troops? Have you met my paramedics where she parked those in Texas?
There's a simple message that I will tell you in the spirit of my mother, who lived to be 94 years of age and survived Dachau, one of the concentration camps of Nazi Germany, when she was 14 years of age. Our entire family were wiped out, tortured, starved, and all that. And by the way, millions and millions of other people, not just Jews, 2 million Catholics, gay folks, millions, gypsies throughout. Any undesirables were slaughtered by the Nazis. Were it not for America's military who went over there, there would have been no hope for France and England to do anything. And America gave the ultimate sacrifice, which is why the military proudly says, and everybody should wake the fuck up. Some, all gave some, but some gave all, the ultimate price, which is life itself. And we didn't have to go to Europe. We're surrounded by oceans and 2 friendly countries. We could have sat out the war and let them happen. No, we had a moral obligation, and we went over there and for lots of families paid the ultimate price to keep this disease from spreading.
And you've spoken a lot about hard work and self-belief. What would your message be to young Americans who are aspiring musicians or entrepreneurs right now in this cultural moment?
Have a fallback position. Do you have a car, by the way, an old car, or at least how many tires did you get in the car? No, you got 5. That's called a spare tire, but it's still a tire. And you have to have a fallback position. Well, you can all be delusional about, I'm the next Taylor Swift and so on. But what happens if you're not? What's your fallback position? You must always have a fallback position. As I told my lovely wife, I said, I make a good living. Would you be with me if I didn't make a good living?
No.
Those were not exactly the words.
Not.
Those are not the words, she said. We, the male, said, do you love me? They say, how much do you love me?
If I could end with just one last question, I'll ask you what I asked Paul. What does this mean for you to get this honor now, after the makeup chapter is, for all intents and purposes, closed? We were at the final show at the Garden. To be getting it at this point in Kiss's career, what does that mean to you?
Look, every day's
Well, it's the end of this.
every day's been a blessing. Hollywood Star Walk of Fame, this award, that award, People's Choice Awards. They're nice awards, but it really begins the very first day my mother and I, a survivor of Nazi Germany, stepped off the El Al plane onto this holy land, as far as I'm concerned, where people aren't going to kill you just because you're different or you talk different and stuff like that. And you have every chance of succeeding right alongside people that have been here for generations. You don't have to go to the back of the line.
They did smack you in the head a few times.
They did.
For talking funny.
Which is, yeah, I talk like this, he talk, with clipped vowels and all that. No, it starts with where. It starts where you're from. Because the same work ethic I have, if I was in North Korea and stuff, nothing would happen.
Gotta move, sir. Gotta move.
I guess I'm going to bed with it too then.
Yeah, same. So, Peter, how does it feel to be honored with the band guest for the 48th annual Honoree?
It's a dream. It's almost like I don't want to wake up. I haven't slept in 3 nights. It's like I can't believe the whole thing that I was in the Oval Office last night with the President of the United States. And I see it in movies. And when you're really in it, and it's not that way. But I felt when I walked in immediately the history that went on behind that desk with Roosevelt during the war, JFK back there, and all the other great presidents there. It was dynamite. He was very gracious. Ace's daughter was getting the award. He gave her a big hug and kiss. So Donald was, the president was very cool.
Well, that is sensational. I know you had a long history with Kiss, but if you can remember one particular moment that stands out to you, that sticks to you for the rest of your life, what moment would that be and why?
I promised my mother when I was 13 that I would play the garden someday. And I did, and she was in the audience with my dad, and they were crying their eyes out. And if that's as high as I would have gotten in my career, it was good enough. It was like going the distance, not necessarily winning the fight. And that was my most amazing, and it will always be. And if we never went any further than that, I would be fine. But that was my most...
Making mom proud.
My moment, making my mother proud.
Well, I'm so glad you made your mom proud, and congratulations on your work tonight.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Have
God
a
bless you.
wonderful holiday, guys. Really
Thank you so
enjoy your
much.
holiday. Don't be cool, Ryan.
Yeah, short and sweet.
Hello there.
Hi, how you doing?
How's it feeling to be one of the honorees?
It's a high. I mean, it's like, I can't believe we're here. This is really out of the rock and roll world. It's not the Hall of Rock and Roll Fame, but when I have a new album coming out on the 19th of December. So I was working in the studio, and my wife came down and said, "Hey, babe, you're going into Kennedy Center." I said, "Don't tease me. That's never going to happen. That's just not going to happen." And here we are. And last night we were in the Oval Office with the president, and he was so gracious, and he was so cool, and he's going to be here tonight emceeing it. And we just lost our guitar player, Ace. So his wife came. She was very ill, but his daughter's going to sit in the booth with us, and she's going to be the first, ever to ever get to sit with. So it's been great. He's been very gracious. He's been really cool. There'll never be anything. We really had a dream, all the same dream. If we had to wear a dress and high heels and lipstick, that was what we would have to do. And we wound up actually wearing lipstick and high heels. But we all had this dream that we wanted to make it, and we thought we got to do something way beyond. And so we were very theatrical. We're New Yorkers, Broadway. So we started with a little bit with the makeup, and it got heavier and heavier. And then we thought, what can we do for the show to make it more? So let's blow up the stage. Let's levitate the drums, Gene spitting fire. And it became an event which no rock and roll band ever, if you went back in the day, they played, and then they left. With our thing, we blew you up. You left going, oh my God, what was that about? So and today I see so many bands, including country western, using rockets and fireworks and wearing makeup. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud we opened the door for other bands to be out of the box, so to say. Be very creative. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be what you want to be. There's no rules. And so we broke the rules, and here we are. So I'm glad we broke them. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have a record coming out on the 19th. I don't know if I mentioned that, so I'm very excited. How you doing?
Hey, Roger. Good. I'm Matt Bailey with the Music University.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Tell me about this record on the 19th.
Oh, my Lord.
Hi.
It's taken me a year.
It's surreal. It really is. To be able to be here and be a part of a tribute for Michael Crawford is just amazing. amazing. You know, I'm on cloud nine.
Do you think that the role of music now, in this cultural moment, especially of the disorientation or the fragmentation our nation might be feeling, how can music really bridge?
Music is something that it is the international language. You know, music is just, it bridges cultures and races, and you know, we all are drawn in by that, by some form of it. You know, and so we can share that, and hopefully that's something that we can come together and find something in common. Yeah.
When you think about President Trump's renovation of the Kennedy Center, but also his vision, re-envisioning a kind of golden age for America and American music, and what role might country music play in that?
Country music? Well, I think it has to play a big part. You know, I think it's part of America. It's part of our fabric, and so I think it definitely has to play a big part in that, and hopefully that will happen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got a big, like, oh my God, 20 city sign to do.
And then so she called me. Most people have their people call you. She called me personally, and some Jersey number, and I go, hello, and she's like, Gloria Gaynor. Excuse me, on behalf of all but it was, but she was like, look, I love your album. Exactly. I want to Grammy with that, and I want to strugglers don't really, and so that's how we ended up talking 2 hours a day. And right off the bat. So that's how it began.
So I give them drummers that, I go, sing, we get a job quicker.
Day one. Day one. It's the last song on the album Testimony, and it is a poignant, beautiful. I'm choking up.
Well, Mike, thank you for talking to us, and can you give a shout out to our behind-the-scenes broadcast review?
This is Mike Ferris at the Kennedy Center Honors Award Ceremony tonight in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, with the Rogers Review.
It's all right, Mike. Thank you so much. We got it.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Hello. Hi, Mike. How are you? Mario to NTD
Hello.
News.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. How's it feeling to be here tonight?
It feels amazing. Gloria, we're here to celebrate Gloria Gaynor. And there's nobody more deserving than my friend Gloria. And so it's just going to be a beautiful evening. Like I just said, going to be single-minded, celebrating her. And so that's where it's all about for me tonight.
What do you think about the role of music now in potentially healing, preparing?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
Music
Except you are
is magic.
living up to your name.
Music has a way of reaching people when nothing else can. It has a way of breaking down borders, breaking down walls, internally and externally, like nothing else can, when nothing else can. And so music, the power of music, the hope that it can provide, that's been relevant and been a thing for thousands of years, and it's going to continue to be for thousands more years. So to be able to be a part of that thread through humanity, it's a huge honor, And I know I can speak for Gloria on that too, because she's one of those people. She doesn't do music because she wants to; it's because she has to, and she feels the need to press on and sing that song, "I Will Survive," in the spirit of that. So, what a great question! Thank you for that.
Is that your favorite song of hers, or?
My favorite song is a song. Well, everybody knows that one speaks for itself. The one that speaks to me lately is a song that she wrote on her Grammy gospel album called Day One. She actually came to me after I won my Grammy in that category, and she was like, "Look, I know you know how to win the Grammy, and I want you to help me get there." And so, and she did, and she won it. So, yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Rogers Review. My name is Criss Blue. That's what we do.
That's definitely what we do. Thank you so much, man.
I did.
Yes, that's right.
So I won The Voice back in 2017, all right? And they invited me to do the Capitol Chorus that year. So I got to do that, and that was a lot of fun. America the Beautiful, I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what was going on in my life. I didn't know that, I was just nervous as crap. But tonight we've grown a little bit, so it's going to be a lot of fun to sing for Gloria tonight.
For a person who's nervous, you did a pretty good job because I was there.
Oh, you was there. I was there. Oh, okay, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I feel a little bit better now.
Awesome.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Okay.
Matt Bailey with the Music Universe, sir. Nice
How are you,
to meet
man?
you.
Nice to see you too. This is the universe. Oh,
Music Universe, yes.
Oh,
sir.
Music Universe.
And I have to say, you have such a wonderful, rich voice yourself.
Baritone.
Baritone, yes. Any music projects yourself in the works?
Well, honestly, yeah, we're doing a musical about Chagall, which is kind of fascinating. We've been working on it for a couple of years now, well, several years now, actually. And John Anderson's written the music, and we hope we find a venue for it, a place to give it a try.
Who are you here honoring tonight?
I'm here for Michael Crawford.
Oh, very,
Yeah.
He's doing great.
yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor to meet you.
Likewise, thanks, man.
Huge fan.
Unbelievable. My mom.
If I can quickly ask, I mean, you've been outspoken over the, I'm a veteran of you, you've been outspoken over the years about being a conservative in Hollywood. With President Trump taking this ceremony over, do you think it's a positive step toward maybe removing some of the stigma associated with that?
All right. Thank you.
Before I get to you, Mr. Angel, what are you wearing? This is gorgeous. Philip Klein, and who are you wearing?
Well, this is actually my costume shop made this for me, and this is based in all of my tattoos.
Yeah, the writer's strike built that. The writer's strike got that and Girlfriend. Did it really? Well, Girlfriend was going into the 9th season. We thought we did maybe 10. And they did like 3 episodes.
It's incredible. It's a dream come true. And because, as I said before, I've seen the people who have gone on before me. I've admired their talent, and to be counted among them is absolutely incredible. And I'm just floored. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What
Thank
does
you.
this mean to you?
It means to me that, can I say I've arrived? Yeah, I think I've arrived.
I think you could already arrive.
Yeah, well, I mean, but to be recognized in this way is like the pinnacle. And I'm so incredibly happy and honored and excited. And yeah, it's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Right, yeah.
Yes. So how does it feel to be honoring Michael Crawford at tonight's Kennedy Center Honors?
Oh, well, he's got a huge career. He casts a long shadow through the universe, you know, and through America and American entertainment. I mean, my God, the number of people I've known that saw Phantom of the Opera, the number of people who talked to me about the chandelier and Michael's performance, right?
That is amazing. If you had to pick one song from Phantom of the Opera to be your favorite, what would it be and why?
Well, music of the night. I mean, that would probably be it.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Kelsey. Really
Thanks, man.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Oh, I like the way suddenly the senses abandon their defenses. I love that line. Good to see you. Well, you know, music's always been important, but it goes through sort of phases, doesn't it? Like where it seems like it's not really connected to our country or to our society. Yeah, ethos. Yeah, good word. But then all of a sudden it is again. I mean, for instance, I thought music was dead in the 80s. I was like, oh my God, what the hell's happened to it? And then the grunge movement came along. I was like, holy moly, these guys are making music again. I was so excited about it. It really was. So it's, and that happens once in a while. So they go, wow, that's music. So, it'll always play an important part in my life if I can, but I don't always catch up. I'm not always current, but I try to stay current because of her.
What do you think about this golden age vision for the Kennedy Center and the renovation, the physical renovations?
Well, you know what? It's about character in the end. It's about realizing that your traditions and the things that are part of your heritage need to be celebrated and preserved. And John F. Kennedy's name needs to be preserved better than they were preserving this place.
What do you think really gets at the heart of American heritage?
It's about individuality. It's about celebrating the individual. And the fact, I can wax poetic about this stuff all the time because I really love America. It is a classless society for a reason. We don't have a lower class. We don't have a middle class. We really don't. Financially, we've established that, there's like a middle income kind of thing. But that's the result of success, actually, of success that speaks to how well the country and its principles serve individuals. But it is the individual that actually decides how big their dream's going to be. And they get to dictate that, not the government.
What do you think is the relationship between morality and music, or character, as you put it, and music?
Well, you know what? Music has always pushed the boundaries of what we think is moral behavior, and I'm for that. I like pushing the boundaries. I think it's great. I like to celebrate the fact that we all have different ideas about things, as long as we don't get too punitive in that approach. As long as we don't get too judgmental and get our own heads stuck up, wherever. It's important to keep an open mind about things, and to celebrate talent and achievement in the arts without a political overlay. Really important. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks. Nice talking to you. Take care. Okay.
We're so excited to celebrate the Kennedy Center's honorees, these legends in American arts, and just hear some great performances.
So, of all the honorees we have here, who are you?
So, Kathy, my background is in ballet, so I'm a classical performing arts. I have to say, I love Phantom. Very excited to see Mr. Crawford here. He's a legend. All of them are. But yes, I love it. Oh my God, we're great.
And being a great wrestler, Gloria Gaynor, some changes coming up. How excited to see these changes coming together?
We're thrilled. I think under President Trump's leadership and Ambassador Gurnell, it's really about bringing the arts to the people, inviting everyone in, and putting on shows, stopping performances. So that's what we're looking for.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great seeing you.
Good to see you all.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Hi guys. Hi. I'm Mary Helen.
Hi, how's it feel to be here tonight?
Oh, we're so excited to celebrate the arts. I've been on the board of trustees since President Trump's last term. I came on at the end of his last term, and so to see him come in, his leadership with Ambassador Gurnell, putting arts back at the center of American culture and focusing on show-stopping performances.
Are you particularly excited about any of the honorees tonight?
I'm a ballerina, classical ballet. I used to dance with New York City Ballet, so I love Phantom. Very excited to see Mr. Crawford honored.
What do you think about this golden age vision that President Trump and, as you said, Ambassador Gurnell has laid out, and also the actual physical renovations of...
It's important. I'm so glad to see that we're investing in the Kennedy Center again, and the physical building, and with a focus on common sense programming that people want to see. I think that the center was built with the concept of arts diplomacy, and that's a really, really important role. And I think Ambassador Gurnell has been the perfect leader for that, to use the arts as, to break down sometimes those barriers between cultures, and especially in the world we're in now, this crazy world, I think arts are more important than ever. So, great, thank you. You too.
Next year will be the 40th anniversary Phantom launch. West End. What comes to your mind, especially since just recently in Baltimore, the intro was on the national tour. I got to see it for my third time. So how do you feel that legacy that you started 4 years ago is still going for generations to come?
But that's the one thing that really, I think, was the key to Rocky, is that you didn't have to be a white collar, blue collar. Everyone related to the struggle.
Well, that's particularly American, isn't it?
We say that, but it is American. It really is, because we came in fighting. Let's face it. Since the Pilgrims landed here, it's been an uphill battle. So yeah, we're very relatable to struggle.
The film captures that fight, which I think is part of its.
I know, but it wasn't like an obvious ploy. It just happened, Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
The president, Mr. Stallone, the president had such, is so, he really finds so much emotion in your work and so much inspiration in your work. What does it feel like to have the president of the United States?
It's the ultimate, but it's one thing that we have in common. Even though he's been incredibly successful in his life, and there's still a portion of us that consider ourselves underdogs. We're not completed works of art. We still have a long way to go to be really self-satisfied with who we are. And it's an ongoing struggle, and that's what I think kind of blends us together.
It means to me that I have accomplished my purpose, at least am accomplishing my purpose, and that has been recognized. That has been recognized by people who know talent, who know effort, who know ability, who know and are able to appreciate the struggles and what it takes to get to where I am, and to be able to uplift, encourage, and empower people from all over the world for all of these years. It's incredible to be recognized for that.
That's what that song does. Years later, are you surprised how that song has traveled, how I Will Survive has traveled all over the world?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I knew that would happen. When I first heard the words, I've always said, I Will Survive will last and be popular for as long as it's heard, as it's played.
Gloria, I was with you on the night of the movie premiere of New York City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did that mean for you personally, to get your story out? Everybody to even appreciate you more what you went through.
It was kind of like icing on the cake, frosting on the cake, to be able to get it out to more people in a different medium where they can more readily understand the struggle that I went through, and even more than that, to see that whatever it is they're going through, they can survive it, they can thrive beyond it, and that has been my purpose.
Last night, I was with you at the photo op, off to the side, and the president pointed at you. A real face of admiration. What's your thoughts on all of this capturing everything?
Listen, admiration is wonderful coming from people, especially from someone who's being admired themselves. So it was quite a moment for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Come on, my love. I found him to be very elegant in his demeanor. He was quite humbling, not humbling, but he was quite generous in his words to me and to my family when he didn't have to be. I didn't expect it. So there's something about when you look at a man eye to eye, and just you can feel it, whether they're real or whether they're trying to be posturing for a different idea. But he's authentic. I mean, look at the book he wrote. Talk about humble beginnings. All right, guys, thank you.
Are you okay?
This way?
Are you okay? Because some fans are concerned about you when they saw the video.
What do you think about President Trump's vision for the golden age of the Kennedy Center, the golden age of the arts?
I can't think of anybody better to be ushering in the golden era, the golden age of arts than President Trump. He loves the arts. He's actually an artist himself. When you listen to old interviews, he played an instrument back in school, and if you've ever been around him, he loves music. He's installed a disco almost atmosphere in some cases at the White House when he plays his DJ music, and everybody can hear it. He loves it. loves to be a showman. He is a showman. But most of all, he loves to build, create, and restore. And as he's restoring America to its glory, to her glory, he's also restoring this building, which in the past administration, years before, had not only had, mismanagement of money, and was almost in financial ruins. This building was almost in ruins. And he said, we've got to invest in capital and bring this building back. And so he's working to bring this building back. They're building, they're fixing, they're repairing, and it already looks so much better.
He's also doing the same thing with that big, beautiful ballroom at the White House. What do you think is the role between rebuilding or renovation and soft diplomacy, and how is this actually tied into, national security?
Well, I think that the arts are an important way to bring people together. You can be from America, you can be from another country, and you sit and you listen to a symphony, and everything, all the differences just melt away. You're listening to Mozart, you're listening to, you might be watching a Shakespeare play. Everything just melts away. And that is what the arts are supposed to be. Unfortunately, in the past 10, 15 years, they've become woke. The arts have become woke, where people just turned it off. They said, I don't want to watch this program. It's pushing an agenda. It's pushing a woke agenda. I don't want to watch this play. It's LGBTQ plus IA, DEI, you name the alphabet. People don't want that. They want to just be entertained and appreciate the beauty of arts. And I think that's what they're bringing back here. I believe that's what we're going to see tonight. You can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican, you can be somewhere in between. You can actually be from another country and you can appreciate Kiss's music. You can appreciate the great music of George Strait. You can appreciate the plot and the storyline of Rocky.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
American honor.
Yeah.
And I was saying how honored he was, that in the United States.
Yes.
Yes. What does that part mean to you?
Well, it means more than I could ever say. And I am so much of my life's work is bringing art and country together. And, I feel very grateful that I live in a place where I get to follow my dreams and do what I love. And so it's been, it's just incredible to be here this year. And so I don't take that lightly, and I'm really honored to be at the honors, that's for sure. Thank you. Thank you.
That we should tear down Kennedy. When it rains, our roof would leak.
Performing for How are you?
Hi.
What's your name?
Mylan from the Rogers Review.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. So, how do you feel being at the Kennedy Center performing tonight?
I'm a huge fan, first of all, of Sly. I'm a huge fan of the Kennedy Center. And if ever I can play with a great band, I'm there, and this band is phenomenal. The Rocky theme is amazing, so I'm ready.
And when you were little,
yes,
did you ever believe in the career that you're having right now? Do you have any advice?
Advice, I would say practice all you can and then practice some more, and more importantly, love what you do. In particular, no matter who's looking, even when people aren't looking, you gotta love it enough to do it in the quiet before it's healthy enough for you to do out loud. You know what I mean? So that's what I'd say.
Thank you. Can you just say your name and say a blessing, and you're watching the Rogers Review?
Absolutely. You ready? My name is Blessing Alpha, and you're watching the Rogers Review.
Perfect. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Happy to help.
Skin number one.
Blessing, how does it feel to be here tonight and honoring Sylvester Stallone's legacy? How did you land on the final bell?
I love this night. I love the Rocky movies. I love the pieces we're playing. I'm honestly just the music nerd in me is geeking out because, it's Rocky. And Bill Conti's a great composer, and getting to touch some of that music tonight is really exciting. Absolutely. Say that again? Oh my God. Beginning, middle, and end of life is music, in my humble opinion. And I honestly would not, I don't know where I'd be. And most of us would say the same thing. It's the soundtrack. You know what I mean? So, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
On the jacket. The boots, of course, is by my legendary friend, Mr. Paul Stanley. These were the boots he wore for his last concert at Madison Square Garden. He sent them to me 2 days ago, and we happen to be the same size, so I wore them. That is the honest truth.
Are you doing?
You want me to hold it up for you? Want a picture?
Are you doing it? Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding it. I'm holding you. Just ready? You got it? There you go.
Are you doing some magic?
Oh, you'll have to see what I'm going to do, but it will be something that I think will touch people's hearts.
I love it.
I'll say that. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep.
The shows you've been doing with Alice Cooper, the shows you're planning on doing with Alice Cooper are pretty exciting. Planning on doing anything similar with Paul or Gene or Kiss?
You know what? I know that they have lots of ones that they're so excited. They're thinking about what they're going to do. A lot of emotions going through, but the rest of this opportunity, we're so such a long road.
Then you bring in a lot more money. And by the way, let me just finish with this. I love some of the fringe niche programming shows. I think some of that is needed. I think educating people and pushing the boundaries, but you cannot do that if you're not financially viable. And so we needed to fix the finances. We've done that, and let me give you one final example. We had 94 people in the development office here. 94 people raising money when I arrived. Today we have 16. We saved $4.5 million.
Great, thanks. How are
Nice to
you?
see you again.
Nice to see you. Sorry. Hi.
Since we're in D.C., I have to ask you, I know you're very outspoken about the whole situation with Israel. Where it stands right now, are you happy with the progress being made under Trump with the peace in the region, and where's your advocacy at right now?
My advocacy over the past 2 years has been for humanity. I've always tried with my social media to stand for humanity and just share the real, raw, personal stories of what has been going on there. I have personally been back to Israel 7 times in the past 2 years. I'm going again in about a week. And I always try to use my platforms to show what's going on. I'm very grateful for what has happened. Our hostages are home, and that was always what I've been advocating for the release of our hostages, and I'm just so grateful that our hostages are home.
Looking at the conflict as a whole, what do you think is the biggest misconception from what you see on social media and what everybody's saying about the conflict?
Unfortunately, nowadays there's just so much propaganda, and with AI, and just it's hard to know what to believe, right? And so that's why for me it was so important to physically go on the grounds. I actually also went into Rafah, into Gaza as well, to be with the people there. So I think it's really hard to know what to believe nowadays, and so for me I always try to show the real, authentic truth.
Yeah, how do you combat that?
By continuing to post and by using my platforms of 14 million followers to show what has been going on.
Thank you, Martina.
Absolutely.
Start with you.
Okay. So hi, I'm Staff Sergeant Retired Ron D. Henry, and we are Voices of Service, and we're just so excited to be here tonight to experience this. Is electrifying, and so we're just happy, just grateful to be here.
I'm Sergeant Major Retired Crystal Reams, U.S. Army, member of Voices of Service, and I'm just excited and elated to be here and be able to pay tribute through the arts, which is what we do best. So.
And I'm Sergeant First Class Jason Hanna, retired, Army as well, and of course part of Voices of Service. And again, like everyone said, just elated, humbled, grateful, all the things, all the feelings, just to be here tonight to honor Sylvester Stallone.
Master Sergeant Retired Caleb Green, United States Army. Just very humbled that we got the privilege to be able to represent such a fine artist as Sly, and hope that we can inspire him. I want to see him cry. I want him to feel Voices of Service tonight.
Well, actually,
it chose
us. So, yeah, the Stallone committee chose us to do the song with his brother Frank, and so we're going to be doing that song with Frank Stallone tonight. So it's exciting, yes.
What do you think the role of music should be now for our country and to put forward a kind of future for America that is...
That's a great question. And so the music today should be inspiring. It should be filled with hope. It should be filled with love. It should be filled with, for those who don't have a voice, we want that music to be that voice for you. So to speak out and let you know that whatever challenges you're facing, you can make it. You can get through it. That's what we're promoting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And she came out and she said, I've never played Carnegie Hall before. It was a bucket list. I'm like,
So we became friends. We talked. We got, and so anyway, this record, I'm going to be doing a gospel number that we did on there, Precious Lord, Take My Hand, and then we're going to do a song that she wrote that we're excited about. I'll just come out and sing a little bit of that, talking about Jesus.
Can you give me just one line that you're going to sing?
Oh, sing a little line? Okay. Hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand, let's high fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Which number? Thank you so much. Thank you.
And you know, I was talking to her a little while ago, and I said she gives hope to people.
Oh, she is that.
Hi, I'm Laura Osnes. Hi, Mario. It's amazing. It feels so exciting. This is such a special night. This is my 4th time performing at the Honors, and so it is magical every single time. I don't take a single second of it for granted.
Is there anything that you think will be different about this year than prior years?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, with an administration change, there's always things done differently. There's been a lot of new faculty at the Kennedy Center. So yes, there are always things that are shifting and changing, but the class and the elegance remain from year to year. And I feel like it's a night honoring excellence in the arts, and everybody's here to celebrate that.
All right, Carrie, come over here now. How you doing, Carrie? I'm doing excellent.
Well, music has always been my language. I've been singing since before I could talk, and I think music really has the power to heal. It's a universal language. Everybody responds to it. It makes us feel things. It helps us express emotions, so many things. So I think music can play a huge role in helping bring people together, actually. Yeah.
Are you most excited about any particular?
Gosh, I mean, I think I haven't gotten to see any of the other segments. They keep it very kind of under wraps. So I am excited. I'm excited for all of it, but I don't really know what to expect or who to be more excited for. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you.
Nice. And if you have a message for all the theater kids out there who would love to be where you are doing the tribute for Michael Crawford one day or somebody down the road, what would you tell them?
Tell them that it is such a great feeling to get to do what you love and to get to share the gift of song and storytelling to other people and to touch hearts in that way. So to keep going, and that we need you. We need you. We need this next generation to continue that work.
We definitely do. Thank you very much, and look forward to hearing you tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi.
Frehley star Carrie Menalka, she's performing this evening under Michael Crawford.
Yes,
Could you
hello.
please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, hi, I'm Carrie Menalakis. Yes.
What brings you here tonight, and how are you feeling about being here?
I'm so excited to be here. I am going to be honoring Michael Crawford and singing a song for him and to him, and so I can't wait.
How did you land on the particular song that you're going to be using to honor him?
It's I knew that they were going to do this song, but kind of the version that we decided to do shifted and changed, and I couldn't be more happy with where it landed, and so I get to just basically sing the song directly to him with the orchestra, and it's just very pure and simple and beautiful and grand, and so it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
What do you think the role of music is or should be in kind of the American legacy and for the future of this country? Right.
I think it's so important, and it's weaved throughout the fabric of our nation since it began. And I think that what's cool about tonight is that Michael Crawford really paved the way for this art form by defining so many roles that changed our lives. And so I think that I love how art is being celebrated at such a high level right now, and the performing arts in particular. And so it is truly an honor to be here, not only just getting to do what I love, but getting to do it for and with my country and just the nation as a whole. So I'm really thankful. Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Is that why you're so good at golf? I am actually improving the golf game. You stroke at a time. I'll take you out. We'll do some practice. Has Jesse been naughty or nice? Let's see. It costs us $5. Pretty naughty. The white flag. All right, what are you looking forward to the most today?
How are you?
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Great fun. This is so much fun tonight.
How are you? I'm doing wonderful.
Of course, no, my wife is on the board, so I'm a +1. That's the way it works.
All right, so now, tell me a little bit about tonight's inductees. Quite a range of talent.
Well, last night at the State Department, each of the honorees spoke for 5 minutes about their lives, and it was so moving and so personal, and it really created such an amazing setup for tonight's event. So we're really, really excited.
Well, thank you so much.
And Allison, what are you looking most forward to?
I'm most looking forward to President Trump emceeing tonight. I think it'll be great.
It'll be so fun.
How entertaining do you think he's going to be? I mean, it's a tough task.
Oh, this president, he is so relaxed in front of these cameras, as you know, and he's so funny. I can't wait for tonight. It'll be so fun.
Do you think we'll
Thanks.
get him to sit?
I don't know about that. You might get him to dance, though. You might get him to dance.
Secretary Lutnick.
Yeah, hi,
How are you?
How you doing?
Great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Good to
so,
see you.
Let's talk about tonight and the transformation of the Kennedy Center. What sticks out to you the most in terms of the transition that you're?
He's the guy that's going to fix it. And in some ways, it's not. What do you think about the changes in presidency? A lot of white things are clever and passionate. I mean, this was a money-losing operation. Yes. He's the MC. Yeah, exactly. The selection process. That's an easy one. I didn't give him any tips. You should MC one of these things. You never know.
What implications would that have for the economy and for the country right now?
So I sat through that case. We are going to win that case, right? We're going to win it either 5-4 or 6-3. And the Supreme Court understands how devastating it would be for this country if they didn't stand up for the president's power to protect and defend our economy and our country. So I think we're going to win. You heard it here. We're going to win that case. Thanks.
Secretary Lutnick. How's it going? Johnny from Jesse Waters Show.
Nice to see you.
Have we done any trade deals today?
None today. You know, this weekend is Kennedy Honors, and I'm a +1. My wife's on the board of the Kennedy Center, so I'm here to support her.
Oh, so you're the big guest tonight. So you know, Christmas season's here. Which cabinet member would you? Christmas season's here. Which cabinet member would you say is on the naughty list, and who's on the list?
Any luck on Mrs. Strait yet?
I haven't heard back yet, but I will keep you posted.
Cool.
Secretary Burgum. Yes, the president will walk the carpet.
I'm Marlene. I'm from Reuters. How are you?
I'm very well tonight. Very excited to be here.
And you will be performing?
I will be performing. I am honoring Gloria Gaynor, who I'm so excited to honor her. Well, excited to be here for all the honorees, actually. But years ago, Gloria Gaynor had a radio show with the BB Radio 2, and she was the host. She left, and they offered me Gloria's radio show. And I couldn't believe that I was meeting with her, talking with her about the radio show, and just a tremendous talent. And I Will Survive is the theme song for so many people's lives. You know, we're going to make it. We'll be good. So it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
We started with the columns outside. He's raised $250 million for the Big Beautiful Bill to paint his buildings.
Who that is too. They have a different height. They have a height challenge. They're up by like 2 feet. There's a couple. 6'5". It's like Brad and
Arts and sports.
he's so tall.
This building is great. So, you know, right, it just doesn't work. Now he's going to make it. Tell me what you it's a Johnny Carver's New Jersey. Liability. I'm going. Great to see you. Sure. She'll be down here.
Can you tell our audience about your role here as the new president of bringing out President Trump's vision for a golden age in the arts and the actual renovation of the musical center?
Yeah, look, the president gave us $250 million to redo this place in the big, beautiful bill, and we've been working hard on it. There's a lot that we can do up front, but there's a lot that we got to do behind the scenes. We need a new roof. We still have leaks. When I arrived here, the fountains didn't work, and the lights didn't work, and people were getting stuck in the elevators. And so we've really had to change a lot of that. We continue to change that. We also changed the programming so that it was common sense programming. And I have a finance background, so what I just simply did, I didn't cancel a single show. I just required all of our shows and all of the future shows to take ticket sales into account and donors and corporations. Between those three revenue sources, if you can't get to zero and not lose me money on your programming, I can't sign the contract. And all I was saying is, it can't just be ticket sales. I understand that because we have 19 unions here. Productions are really expensive. And it's not fair just to say ticket sales alone. But if you have a program that's a little bit niche, a little bit unknown, then you're going to have to bring a donor or a corporation that says, this is a good message, this is a good product, I believe in it, so I'll write the check. And so combining the corporations, the donors, and the ticket sales together to get you to zero, I don't think it's too much to ask for. I think it's responsible, and we need to be responsible so that this place goes forward. It wasn't responsible here before I got here. When I arrived, we were paying staff with debt reserves. And if you understand basic economics and finance, that is a terrible thing, and it's not sustainable. You will ruin this place if you continue to have to pay through debt reserves. We had no money in the bank. Today, I'm proud to say that in this one night, we've raised $23 million, which blows the doors, almost doubles what they did last year. In 10 months that my team has been here, we've raised $130 million and growing, which is way more than we've ever seen for this place. I think changing common sense programming has attracted corporations. Tonight we have Boeing, Delta, and CBS. And these are corporations that are giving more than they ever have because they believe that the programming and the family programming is responsible. So, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Ready?
So Jason Crabb, 2-time Grammy Award winner. Awesome. Gloria Gaynor tribute. He helped her fulfill a bucket list item by performing on the Carnegie Hall stage. Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Right down here, Jason.
Hi.
Hello, Jason. How
Hi.
you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. So how does it feel to be part of the Gloria Gaynor tribute tonight?
Well, I'm so excited. I'm going to be honest, she's one of the greatest people that I have ever met in my life. Not only musically is she a phenom, but honestly, as a person, you will not find a nicer, more incredible human. I think if everybody was to sit down with Gloria Gaynor, the world would be such a better place. She has so much love in her heart, and she cares for everyone. And so, and I know this because she's my friend.
And I heard that you helped fulfill a bucket list for her. Is that correct?
We met, I was playing Carnegie Hall in New York, and we started tweeting back and forth to each other. And she said, I might come. And I said, you better come. And so what happened I said, I pulled her right up. I pulled her out of the crowd. And the next thing you know, we just became friends and had a wonderful time and helped her with her Christian record, which won a Grammy. And so it's exciting.
That's sensational. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. God bless you. Hi. Good. Great to see you. Well, so tonight I am the plus one of my wife because while I'm the secretary of Commerce, she's on the board of the Kennedy Center. So you know what we do? I'm really excited. Here's why. I wish that every person would sit down and have a conversation, even if it was just President 5 minutes, 3 minutes. You have a financial subject. She has so much love. No money. Music goes bad. She Renovation saw acquired in a big way. For $250 million, the beautiful building to fix this building, make it all construction cars outside. She's even white and gorgeous. Now he's going to fix up this whole building. This building's got great acoustics. You can't fix acoustics on a building like this. It's either great or it's not. And so now he's going to make this building sparkle. So I can't wait to see it. The president is a great builder. I don't know. He says he's going to fix this building. I'm just sitting here.
Secretary London, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Miranda. Sorry. So, how does it feel to be here at tonight's Kennedy Center Honors?
Well, it feels great for me because I'm my wife's plus one. You see, my wife is on the board of the Kennedy Center, and usually I get all the, the front and center because I'm the Commerce Secretary. But tonight, it's her night.
So you're making sure he doesn't miss a show, especially this one tonight, correct?
Especially tonight with President Trump hosting. It should be amazing.
Absolutely. So of all the honorees that are here tonight, who were you looking forward to seeing and meeting and saying, I just met this person?
Well, so last night, the honorees each spoke for 5 minutes and told us, the key to their life and how they got there.
Yeah.
So, Sylvester Stallone with Rocky, and he was sleeping in his car, and he had no money, and those kind of stories. And Rocky was, of course, a key part of my life growing up. I mean, Kiss, listening to Gene Simmons tell us the story that his mother was in a concentration camp in Germany, and that she cries whenever she hears the national anthem. I mean, wow, was that amazing. And then you've got, the King of Country, right? He's had a #1 song, right, every year, and top 10 for 30 years in a row. I mean, so he's the king of country. And then Michael Crawford, of course, on the president's playlist. The #1 song in that playlist is Phantom of the Opera. And, so for Michael Crawford, I mean, what a great honor that was. How fantastic.
And don't forget Gloria Gaynor. She got the lyrics to I Will Survive when she had just had a horrific accident and was undergoing back surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And we learned that last night, and that was very inspirational to hear that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Great. Nice to see you.
Mrs. Lutnick, hi. How does it feel to be a board member under this administration and what President Trump's doing to kind of reinvigorate the arts, or his example of laying out a golden age for the arts?
It's a privilege for me. I have been involved in the Kennedy Center now for about 7 months, and I'm really excited to be a part of it, especially under President Trump, who's going to make the Kennedy Center great again. When I first got here, I took a walk through the whole thing. I took a tour. I saw a lot of the bones were falling apart, and he's going to fix this place up and make it spectacular again, and I'm very privileged to be a part of this.
What do you think the role of music could be at its greatest potential now for the future of America and bridging
Well, the Kennedy Center and music convenes people. It brings them together. And music is the greatest way to people's heart and to make them smile. And only this president loves sports and can do FIFA in the morning and Andrea Bocelli in the evening, right? So he covers all sides. He loves opera. He loves, of course, Mike Crawford and Phantom of the Opera in a giant way. So I think this president has the ability to make this building sparkle and bring in the greatest entertainers and music for the place. So we're really, really excited to be associated with tonight.
Do you think music plays a role in national security?
I think soft power is the way to put it. Our culture, the exporting of our culture, the exporting of our music, our entertainment, our movies, our TV shows. It teaches people of the world about our culture, and it's part of what you would call soft power. It's not hard power. It's part of the American culture in the world, and of course the Kennedy Center being the heart and soul of that. It's got to be beautiful. It's got to be pristine, and President Trump's going to make it so. Thanks.
And of course, music and the arts, very important in commerce in our country because it's one of the main things people do in their leisure. Talk about the importance of the administration taking over the Kennedy Center and the efforts from the One Big Beautiful Bill to revitalize it. What do you think of staying here tonight when it's done?
Our president is the greatest builder ever to be in the White House. I mean, by far and away the greatest builder. So thank goodness he thinks it's recreational, like he enjoys building. So he's going to fix up this building and make it glorious and perfect as a way to relax. That's what he says. He said, this relaxes me, building. So thank goodness he's taken on this project to make it glorious. This building has great acoustics, but let's face it, it was falling apart. It didn't have the right amount of money put in to renovate it and keep it restored and keep it pristine. The president's going to make it glorious. And that's what's amazing about this president, that as a sideline for relaxation, he fixes and builds our greatest buildings. Thanks. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, Carrie Lake just told me that she feels like the president's goal with how he's changing the Kennedy Center is making it patriotic and sort of bringing back oriented around America.
Hosting skills by saying that his biggest asset, first of all, he's innately funny, but his biggest asset is he can capture a crowd. He'll capture an audience. Tonight's Kennedy Center Honors event will be the highest rated ever.
Highest rated ever. What do you want to tell Jesse?
I love you, Jesse. Where are you? Get back here. Where's he hiding?
He's hiding in New Jersey.
Please, New Jersey, really? Jesse.
Said last night, you know what, when I'm building, it's like relaxing for me. Other people want to watch TV. I want to build buildings. So he's building the ballroom. He's fixing this building. Thank goodness he's doing that because otherwise this place was heading in the wrong direction. He's safe.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Secretary.
Good to see you, Secretary Hegseth. Hey, Jen. How's it going?
How
Could
are
you do
you?
a quick thing for Jesse?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, so Secretary Hegseth, how is the Department of War preparing for the war on Christmas?
Well, we've ended the war on Christmas at the Pentagon because.
Well, you walk in this building, you see what President Trump's already been able to accomplish with Rick Grinnell, who's been leading a wonderful renovation, a recovery in many ways, both in the budgetary sense but also artistically. We've come here quite a few times. We're never disappointed. But for the honors, it's a little special because you're watching what the pinnacle of success looks like. And fundamentally, it's a call to hope, to recognize that if you work your hardest and have a clear vision for what you want to do, that you can fulfill your life's dreams. You can have agency over your future. And that's a wonderful message for America.
What do you think the role of the arts and music particularly can play for the future of America and young people now?
Art's special ability to connect dots that you otherwise wouldn't have recognized fit together opens our eyes to all kinds of innovation and opportunities. As a physician, as a doctor, I'll speak to the fact that we wouldn't be able to do some of the scientific things we now take for granted if artists hadn't opened the possibility that might happen. Concrete example, Impressionist painting and physics. And in Einstein. Einstein would never have thought of relativity if people hadn't seen these dots and thought about them as waves. It's magical.
So, Dr. Raj, you've been on both sides of this now. You're obviously in the administration, but of course people know you widely as a television personality. Why is it important for our government, our institutions, to recognize the people who come into our homes through various mass media?
Well, the most important talent you have, if you want to evoke change, is to get folks to realize why it matters. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. And hosting a television show, you have to naturally be that person because you can't pretend every day. I remember with Oprah early on, you'd see her talking, and you couldn't tell if you were being filmed or not. It was that natural a segue, and all great hosts, I think, have that ability. So if you can actually be that person on people's screens every day, then you can be that person when you talk to them about some troubling issues like why we have so much fraud in Medicaid or how we're going to use science to advance the plight of many people who feel left behind.
Thank you, sir.
God bless. Thank you.
Are the guys going to be here for Stanley here? NORAD. I think the FAA is directing us. I'm going to take it back to NORAD. Wraps. Take it back. Jesse Waters the naughty guy. He's a naughty guy, nice guy. Well, thank you so much. Have fun tonight. Appreciate it.
Concerned about travel after the toll that the shutdown took on the FAA.
No, so concerned about travel, we make sure that the skies are safe, right? And if they're not safe, we will slow down traffic, which means you'll have delays, you'll have cancellations. But again, when a lot of people travel, which we're going to see this year, this Christmas,
George Strait or Kiss?
It's a tie, and it seriously is a tie, because I grew up in the 80s loving the band Kiss, but I am a diehard country music fan. So George Strait, I think my husband would kill me if I didn't say George Strait too. So I hope I get to meet George Strait tonight. I'm really looking forward to that.
Have you met him before?
No, I have not. I have not met him before, nor the band Kiss, so I'm very excited.
But we have all sorts of
And actually, I love Michael Crawford.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Well, and the iconic actors.
Gloria Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor. See, there you go.
Isn't it an awesome
Yeah, it's
team?
great. It's a great team. We're very excited to be here. Very, very excited. So, and I love Sylvester Stallone's wife. I know Jennifer, so she's wonderful. So.
I want to ask you something on a whole different topic. The National Guardsmen who were killed
Yes.
here in D.C.
Thank
Are there
you.
any plans to posthumously raise the rank to somehow honor the National Guardsmen who were seniors?
So thank you for asking that. Sarah's family, they're amazing, and I don't know how they're handling this and dealing with the grief, but I'll talk to the Guard about that. I know they have something special in mind for her and for Andy. I spent today with my husband in the hospital with Andy's family, and I can report Andy Wolf, of course, our guardsman who was shot, and he's remarkable. He's a miracle. I was with the doctors. I was with the family. He's a linesman full-time in West Virginia, and there were about 10 linesmen there from West Virginia with his family. Andy moves. He hugged his father last night. So he is making remarkable strides, and when he gets a little better, we're going to have him move to Walter Reed for his therapy, and hopefully he will be making a full recovery. So thank you for asking about them, and please, please pray for Sarah's family, and please pray for Melody and Jason Wolf and Andy's sister and brother and niece and all of his friends. Power prayer. Thank you all. Thank you.
After the court ruling on the Epstein files, when can we expect the full files to be released?
We're complying with the congressional deadline, and as you saw, a judge unsealed in Florida, of course, the rest of the documents, so that we'll be working on providing them as well.
Hey, Giovanni, Merry Christmas. Jesse Waters has a question. How are you?
How you doing? Good to
Very
see you.
good.
All right, I want to hear Jesse's
All right, so people want to know who's on the Epstein list, but I want to know who's on Santa's naughty list this year.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. No, a bunch of them. No. Who's on the naughty list? Well, it's not my husband. That's a good thing.
Which cabinet members would you say?
Oh, on the cabinet members. Oh, this is fun. Let's see. Cabinet members. Bobby Kennedy. Because I had to miss the event where he was training falcons. I don't know if you know that. Bobby trains falcons, and we were out of town, and he had the event without us. So Bobby's on my naughty list.
Bobby's on the naughty
Bobby's
list.
on the naughty list.
What do you
but
want?
Cheryl Hines is on the good list, because we love Cheryl.
We love Cheryl.
Cheryl's awesome.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas? I want, this is silly. I want Andy Wolf to recover, our guardsman who was shot. We were at the hospital with him today. And so if everybody can pray for his family, that's what we all want. And that's what we were celebrating Christmas at the hospital today with them. So that's what we want.
Absolutely, and you're doing great work.
Thank you. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you so much.
It's
Merry
good to
Christmas.
see you.
Good seeing you too.
Tell about Jesse. We love him.
I'll
He's
tell
always
him.
on the naughty list.
Yeah, the live channel said it with Bonnie and Hex, I think, kept something to black every once in a while. So there's probably some connector issue.
So wait, we're going out on live choice?
Yes.
Okay.
mean,
I feel great.
I'm sure it must be wonderful. Must be an exciting evening.
This
is your daughter?
This is my daughter. This is Paloma.
Hi.
Paloma's 17. She's a senior.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the band Kiss or if it's Gloria Gaynor. I also love Michael Crawford, and I'm a country music fan, so I like George Strait. My husband loves George Strait too, so I'm really excited to be here. You know, we're not going to talk about any active or pending cases. What I will talk about, it's not a pending case, but I was in the hospital all day today with our National Guardsman, Andy Wolf, who was shot, and we won a Christmas miracle, and I can tell you, I was with his family, their doctors, and he was amazing. And last night he reached up and hugged his dad. So if anybody wants a Christmas miracle, that's must be it. So please continue to pray for that family and Sarah's family, of course, because she didn't make it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Attorney General Bondi.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
What would you say to critics who say he's just trying to politicize the Kennedy Center? How would you respond to that?
Politicize it. I mean, to bring it back, to make it great. That shouldn't be political. I think no matter what the president does, people will try to criticize him, which is too bad. Again, if you love the performing arts, that you have a president who cares about it the way that he does, who wants to find donors to give to this facility and the Congress to give money to make it great, they should celebrate that. But because he does it, they get angry. And that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We should all go, you know what, there's a place for politics, and we should all engage in the political arena. This is not that. This is something very different, and anyone who does something good for it should be celebrated and should be thanked. But again, I think the left can't wrap their heads around Donald Trump doing something for a facility that they actually really like. And they should just stop and say, thank you, Donald Trump. You are amazing. Well done.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, Music Universe, how does music relate to transportation? Well, I fly all over the country going to all these different music venues to see shows. So I just want to say thank you for what you've been doing with the FAA for strengthening air traffic control. And when you came in day one, that was the mission.
So first, I just think music, when we were in our cars,
yeah.
Listen to music. Sometimes we're talking with our families, but music is such a big part of travel. Yes. Or if you're on the plane and you're on always pass some time, right? You want to listen to music. Music is a part of travel and the experience. And so those two things go together. You're going to ask me about that.
Yeah, I was going to say day one, strengthening air traffic control, getting the modern system, day one priority. Why was that? Why had it been so
phenomenon again. When you have a big problem, it's hard to solve. A lot of times people won't grapple with it. They'll just pass it on to the next administration. Well, if you do that for decades, the problem gets to be really big. And I'm committed to not passing any problems. I'm going to grapple with all of them, try to fix them, and make the department better, make America better for the next secretary. That's my job, and I think America found out what the system actually was for years in the control airspace. They were fundamentally shocked. When we put out the equipment during our press conference, and you saw floppy disks, 1980s equipment from the first genre of computers that those of you were old enough, we saw those in our homes or in our schools. That's what is controlling airspace. And so what's been interesting is that this is not partisan either. Democrats and Republicans in Congress or in the fine public, they all want this to happen. So I received $12.5 million. We need another 20 to get it done. I think the Congress is going to do that for me.
Mr. Secretary, I love what you said about music being a part of travel. Thank you very much, sir.
Isn't it? You're almost ready, like you got this ready. Right?
Right, so to whom could I forward it? I mean, it's a legal thing, so it's like urgent.
Yes.
Because I don't want it to not go out the way you want it to. We want to do what you want, but you
So
said,
what are the questions?
there they are.
Okay.
So the CBS said, references a December 7th show live broadcast, December 23rd airing. The CBS restrictions say clips are not recorded until the show is over on the East. Does that refer to December 7th or December 23rd?
23rd.
Okay.
So the red carpet is fine.
Yeah, we know
Anything
that.
in the show?
Right.
No.
Right, but the show, all your restrictions only have to do with the show because the red carpet is Reuters.
Right.
So you have CBS restrictions and you have Kennedy Center restrictions, and they're different.
Right.
Which ones are we supposed to follow is the question. They have different things about the dates. For example, you also said the CBS say that local shows can use it, pre-tape programs 7 days before the 23rd, but over here you're saying are not permitted to air until after the broadcast.
I see.
You see, they actually contradict.
Right. I'm afraid that's above my pay grade.
I know.
And I don't want to tell you the wrong
right,
thing.
so that's why I was just wondering to whom I could forward it, who really would know.
I don't know who would be able to tell you that in this moment. I'm sorry.
Or even tonight or tomorrow? I mean,
probably tomorrow, but
right,
tonight,
but who?
I think
could
someone
I send it to?
tomorrow would be able to get back with you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Right now, we're otherwise tied up.
How's it going? How you been? No, it's crazy.
It's busy. Yes.
No, it's been great. You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, if we have a ticket, were you supposed to get that?
Yeah, did you not get yours? Did you check? Oh, no. You definitely have a ticket.
I had the email. I just didn't know. I forgot to ask her when I checked it, but I can do it after.
Yeah.
Should I wait till the end?
I would definitely wait till the end at this point.
Wait till the end.
Did you get a hold of Jasmine?
Yeah, so they're going to take care of it. They were.
And then can you ask her for next steps?
That's fine. Take your time. I appreciate it.
Anything on the red carpet is fine. But in the show, we can't take photos of the show because that's CBS. And it will be live on the 23rd of December. Yeah. Yes. But in-house shots of the box where the president will be are fine. Yeah, but of the show, no. Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I can let you know.
Thank you so much.
So
Appreciate it.
I just want to clarify, over here you're saying that these clips cannot, there's clips that we're going to get later in the show, cannot be broadcast until the 23rd?
That's correct.
Okay.
Of the show. Nothing in the show can be broadcasted.
Before the 23rd?
Correct.
Okay. That's new, because usually we can do those clips. Okay.
CBS has the rights to those because they're the production sponsor.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
That's my understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again. I assuming the president with the plan?
I think so.
And what's your name so I know?
Amanda.
Amanda, and your last name?
Fisher.
Fisher, thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, I thank you for your patience. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, and
We're
these are
trying,
above my pay grade.
right? We're just trying to do what you want,
Yes.
and we're confused, so we don't want to.
I know it's tough with both.
Yeah,
institutions
exactly.
having involvement with it.
Just saying the clips. December 23rd. So the clips of the show at all, nothing except red carpet until the 23rd.
That's correct.
Okay.
I mean, my understanding is that pictures of the president and his suite are fine, but nothing in the show.
Right, it's not pictures. We're asking really about the milk-box stuff that he's going to record, right? So that not until the 23rd. Okay.
Yes,
And,
that's my understanding.
Okay, and there's a difference here. CBS says 1 minute and then 2 minutes, and then the Kennedy Center says 3 minutes. We're just going to leave it to 2 minutes. And
I would
that-
just
was-
play it
exactly
safe that
playing
way.
it safe and right. So, but the biggest question was that first one with the dates. Thank you.
No problem.
I technically should get the answer. Phil?
It's not often you get going in at the same
I mean, she might have played off like she meant, and he, although he likes it, yeah, I would do a bigger one. I mean, that's well. Like I know, there's a report. Just a quick shot at my shit. Deportation. That's a little inside baseball. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We've got to back up.
Okay.
We've got to back up. You guys, we've got to back up, and we need the rope and stanchion up. I'm going to put this on our feet if we back up.
These CBS restrictions are new, right?
That was their whole, we had a whole thing.
Actually, I missed the scene. I was like over here, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
There's a difference with the CBS emails versus what they have aside for the multiple.
Yes.
The body on the side.
It's like, I agree with that.
You came here on the pretense of watercolors.
while we were doing it.
I don't know if anyone tried to tell us that. Right behind you.
Jeff? Hey, I didn't know you were back there. Do you want to be up here in case?
Sure.
Sure.
Great.
But you have to run this device.
Always. How are you?
I did. Okay, just I need you to step on the other side of this. There we go. Yep, you need to be probably where I am.
Where you are.
Yep,
So Mike-
I'm giving you the mic.
Mike will go. Jeff. You folks in front of us think appreciate that. Yep.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I'll bet. Must be somebody different. They're probably taking a somebody hasn't eaten enough today.
Yeah.
Stephen Miller, oh yeah, Stephen Miller.
I know, I try. It's hard because you're in the middle of a conversation. Brett. That would have been great. Nothing beats this guy. Although everybody's going to see it.
Everything that we had exclusively is hard.
Take it.
I've seen it.
They'll probably going to think which is okay. Wow. It's worth a shot.
Yes, ma'am.
I have nothing else. I tried.
We'll make it.
Is he here, Jeff?
Yes.
Hello.
I'm John.
Yes, John, we met this morning, or this afternoon.
Friday, we spoke on Friday.
Yes, but I was standing here
Stand by.
earlier.
have is doing it, not. There we go.
Well, it's very exciting being chairman, but maybe more importantly, saving this incredible structure and building and concept. And it's done so well. You know, we've raised a tremendous amount of money tonight for the building itself and for charities overall. And we're really happy. It's been you see the way it's been received. It's been like it's never been before. And this building, this beautiful building, is going to be brought back to life. We've already started. And it'll be better than it was from day one.
Do you think these honors represent storytelling of American legends? What do these honorees represent to you tonight here at the Kennedy Center?
Well, we have great honorees. This is a group that really is unique. I think it's one of the, look, over the years I've been watching, and you've had some wonderful honorees, but I think this is really very much unparalleled. So we're going to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be a great evening.
And first, Lady Melania, can I ask you about your upcoming video? Can you tell us anything about that film?
My film will be out on January 30th, so looking forward to it, and I hope people will come and see it. It will be 20 days in my busy life before inauguration.
We look forward to seeing that. And what does tonight mean to you? You have celebrated the arts and design as part of your journey. Tell us what tonight means to you here at the Kennedy.
Well, it really means we're bringing back the capital, Washington, D.C. If you look back a year ago, it was a very unsafe place. Beautiful, but unsafe. But it wasn't properly kept. It was not in good condition. Now it's in very good condition. And as you know, crime has been brought down to a level that nobody's ever seen here before. So we're very proud of that. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, what do you think of the Netflix Warner Brothers deal?
Kennedy Center, Mr. President,
Say it?
do you think the center will eventually be named the Trump Kennedy
I don't know. I hear that, but I don't know. That's not up to me. That's up to the board. The board makes that decision. We have a very prestigious board. If you look at the names, I don't think there's a board like it. So that would be up to the board. Thank you.
Are you willing to take a foreign policy question?
Say it?
Foreign policy question?
Well, I think maybe not tonight.
Russia, Ukraine?
This is about the Kennedy Center. Okay. Thank you.
What about Netflix and Warner Brothers?
Well, that's got to go through a process, and we'll see what happens. Netflix is a great company. They've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
President Trump, who's on your list for next year?
Yeah, who's next? I looked at the list today. I can't tell you that yet, but a lot of people want to be on my list. You'd like to be on the list.
I don't know about that. But I have a question, Mr. President. How have you prepared to host tonight?
Well, maybe I haven't prepared. Maybe you want to be a little bit loose. If you look at the great hosts, Johnny Carson, Bob Hope, those are the greats. If you look at the not so greats, like Jimmy Kimmel, he was just terrible. But no, I think you want to be just loose and not a lot to prepare for. Really. You know what you have to be? You have to be yourself.
I've been asking your cabinet tonight, is this going to be more Johnny Carson or Don Rickles?
Well, Don, I knew them both, and they were both great guys and friends of mine. Both difficult, very difficult, but great. I mean, I was really very close to both of them. You can't compare them. They were very different.
Why did you want to
Johnny Carson for hosting was top of the line.
President Trump, Jesse Waters has a question for you. What was your favorite moment of 2025? It was a big year.
I think when Jesse Waters interviewed me. It was such a phenomenal interview. He's a great guy, and you're a great guy. You're doing a very good job out there. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much, President Trump. Who is on your naughty list this year?
Oh, that's a long list. I better not tell you it would start a problem out there in the world. No, we have a pretty big naughty list, but our country is doing well. We're the hottest country anywhere in the world right now. And a year ago, we were a dead country. We were a dead country that was laughed at all over the world. We're the hottest country in the world.
What would be the implications?
Jesse Waters is terrific.
What would be the implications, Mr. President, of the Supreme Court overturning your authority on the tariffs, the emergency authority? What would be the implications for the economy and for the country?
Well, we have a right to go a different form of tariffs. We have a right to go licensing. We have a right to go other ways. But the form of tariffing, as we call it, the current form of tariffing that's before the court, gives us great national security, more than anything else, because it allows the president to act quickly and effectively, swiftly, and make a decision. And as you know, I ended 8 wars. We're trying to end a 9th, and we thought this would be maybe one of the easier ones. We just did Rwanda and Congo, and that was going on for 30 years. The Russia-Ukraine, I thought was going to be a little bit easier, but it's not being made easy. It's a very tough war, very nasty. 27,000 people died last month, mostly soldiers. I will say that I really think this is really a night of joy tonight because of what's happening with this building. It's going to be fantastic when you see the end product. It's going to be better than it was new, and I think we'll celebrate that. But I will say that our country is doing really well.
Some Republicans have expressed concern about using the tariffs, the revenue for a dividend, saying we should be paying down the national debt.
Well, we will.
What's your thought
on
on that?
But I also think that, we're making so much money with tariffs that we'll also be able to make a nice dividend to middle-income people. We're talking about middle-income and lower-income people. We're not talking about dividends to rich people. But there's so much money being made from the tariffs, and countries that were taking advantage of us for many, many years are not taking advantage of us anymore. We're taking in tremendous amounts of money from countries that we were losing lots of money to. And you know what? They're okay with it. They're not complaining. They're not complaining about the tariffs. I'd rather not have them, but they're not saying there's anything wrong. And the big thing is, in the court, we have tremendous flexibility with the current system. It's unbelievable for national security. I've ended 8 wars, largely because of trade and because of tariffs. If we go the other tariff route, and there are other routes we can go, but it won't give you the same pure national security as this one. This one is swift and very powerful.
Mr. President, what's the next step in Russia-Ukraine talks? What's your next step in Russia-Ukraine talks after last week's negotiations?
So we've been speaking to President Putin, and we've been speaking to Ukrainian leaders, including President Zelensky. And I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed that President Zelensky hasn't yet read the proposal. That was as of a few hours ago. His people love it, but he hasn't. Russia's fine with it. Russia, I guess, would rather have the whole country when you think of it. But Russia is, I believe, fine with it, but I'm not sure that Zelensky's fine with it. His people love it, but he hasn't read it. So someday you'll explain that one to me, Jeff.
I don't have an explanation, sir. What's the next step in that process?
Raymond, thank you very much. Good job you're doing. Say hello.
Thank you. What would you like to see Sylvester Stallone do as a Hollywood ambassador? in Hollywood?
He is automatic. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he is one of the ambassadors, as you know, and he's already been doing that. Look, all he has to do is be himself. If Sly is himself, that's all he can be. If he tries to be somebody else, it wouldn't be good. He's a great guy. He's done a fantastic job, and he really deserves this honor. You know, it's something he's wanted for years. And this is bigger than it's ever been. I mean, I don't want to say why. I refuse to say why. But you take a look at this line. Last year, if you look at this line, it was not this. It was a different thing.
Why are you and the First Lady expending so much time, so much energy in revivifying and remaking the Kennedy Center?
It's not the Kennedys. We are. Look, Bobby Jr. is doing a fantastic job. It's not the Kennedys. It's our country. We're bringing our country back, and we're bringing D.C. back, Washington, D.C. We're bringing our capital. It's a safe place now.
No, I mean the Kennedy Center, the center itself. Why are you so focused on revivifying?
Because it could never be built again. It's got three massive places, call them. You have different stages, dance, theater, and you have a place that we're going to be in tonight that there's really nothing like it in the country. And if this disappeared, you'd never be able to build it again. And I'm able to save it because that's what I used to do for a living, really, is, well, maybe better than anybody else. I could take something and spend less money than other people and make it better than anybody else could. The Kennedy Center has a chance to be unbelievable. And, you know, I mentioned yesterday something very important, sound. It's like sometimes you could say, like people, you either have it or you don't. Great sound in this building. A lot of times, and you know the Lincoln Center saga, they've rebuilt one building, most important building, they rebuilt it 4 times, and they've never been able to produce really great sound. The sound in the Kennedy Center has been incredible from day one. Call it luck or talent. Probably luck. There's a lot of luck involved. You know, the great sound buildings, the greatest in the world, are the old opera houses built in the 17 and 1800s in Europe. And they had one thing that was in common, lots of marble. And they didn't have sound engineers. They had lots of marble. And this has got great sound, even right here in the hallway. The sound is fantastic. Thank you very much, Raymond.
Madam First Lady, what do you want for Christmas this year?
I'm just curious to know how they have impacted your own personal enjoyment.
Well, are you talking about the 5 honorees? The 5 groups?
Mr. President, now we know that you've hosted before, The Apprentice, for many years. Could you imagine next year maybe you not hosting, but maybe you receiving the Kennedy Center honor?
That's an interesting one. I haven't thought of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to nominate myself for next year.
Mr. President, every day you have such a big job being the president. Why was it important for you to actually host the show tonight, and how much time did you spend getting ready for it?
Well, it wasn't important for me other than if I get much higher ratings, if it's a more successful show, then I'm contribute. I get nothing. I don't make money with it. I don't do anything. It's a little bit of work, not a lot of work. I look forward to doing it. But the network said, would it be possible to get the president to host? And I love the concept of no president has ever hosted the Kennedy Center honorees. And it's very important that this building be great and that this building remain really, you know, I saved the building. You know, we raised a lot of money tonight, tremendous record numbers of dollars. A lot of money. And we've raised over $100 million over the last very short period of time. That's a lot of money. And that money goes into the rejuvenation and the rebuilding of the building. And a lot of it's already taken place. A lot of the things that you don't see have already taken place.
Mr. President, and as you're saving the building, when will locals who come to the Kennedy Center, who live here, when will we start to see all of the changes? And do you have a timeline for when this will all be wrapped up?
Over the next 4 or 5 months, we're going to have it very well said. You see the outside, the columns, they're beautiful. You know, they had a fake gold color, and now they're beautiful, gleaming white. And everyone's talking about that. It sounds like not much of a change. It's a massive change. You know, the white against the white marble. The marble is being rejuvenated. They're great pieces of marble, but they've been let go, and they've been tired. And I always say you can take a hundredth of an inch off of a piece of marble, and you have a brand new piece of marble, but nobody does that. It's not an easy process. But if you look on the outside of the building, people see already a very big difference.
Is the First Lady involved in the style and the change that's happening here?
Yeah, she's got great taste. I'll ask her opinion. She liked the white as opposed to the fake gold. But they had the fake gold. You know, the one thing about gold, you can never imitate real gold. They've tried to do it for years. Paint, gold paint. Gold paint never works.
Mr. President,
You got to go for the real 24-karat gold. Yes.
Yes, sir. Is there another president other than yourself who you think would have done a good job hosting the Kennedy Center Honors?
Hosting, yes. Building, no.
Mr.
We have a couple of, the politicians. They're very good on their feet, most of them.
Could you name one?
I would say the last one wouldn't have done too well hosting. But you know, we've had some great politicians. Excuse me, John F. Kennedy would have done a very good job hosting. But building, no. I will build better than anybody. I build better than anybody. Thank you.
Mr. President, a record-breaking $23 million was made tonight, nearly doubling. $23 million was made tonight, nearly doubling last year. Why do you think that is?
Maybe we had something to do with it. I don't know. We doubled up last year. It's really much more than that because we've done over 100, not including tonight. We've done over $100 million already. And those are numbers that the Kennedy Center has never seen before. It's doing really well. Thank you for that question.
How is this renovation and the big, beautiful ballroom for the White House, how is this tied into...
You've done so much for American greatness. Talk to the next generation about how important the values are that you're celebrating tonight are to American greatness. Things like self-discipline, creativity, talent, those things.
Well, the young generation, I think, is going to grow up strong. We have a very different country than we had a year ago. A year ago, we had a country that was in big trouble. Now we have a country that's the talk of the world, and everybody's respecting us again, and young people are respecting us again, too. I won the young vote. The Republicans never win the young vote. I won it easily. And I want to thank Charlie, and I want to thank TikTok, and there are a lot of reasons for it. But there's never been a Republican who won the young vote, and I won the very young vote. So that's a good sign. Thank you.
Mr. President, what's your message?
Mr. President, why did you select Kiss to be honored this evening? Do you have a favorite Kiss song?
Well, I like them as people. I've listened to their music over the years. They are characters, too. They really are. I don't know if you saw last night the speeches. They were great. They really made some great speeches last night. And they're very popular. A lot of people, a lot of people write in and ask us to select. So, like, think of it. Sylvester Stallone was not hit for any of this stuff. He's one of the greatest movie stars of all time, based on revenue, based on, Rocky and Rambo and the numbers. No, I doubt. Maybe there's a couple of stars that have done something equal, but really there's nothing like it. So we're going to have a very exciting night. But Kiss is terrific.
Mr. President, what are you, two questions. What are you looking forward to most about hosting tonight? And number two, Secretary Duffy says you are the master of the playlist out on the Rose Garden Club. What's your favorite song to listen to on the Rose Garden?
Well, I have so many different songs. And, look, Lee Greenwood really hit big with that. It was from day one. We put it on the first rally, and we never took it off, and he's great. But I have a lot of favorites, and I can tell you that we both love Elton John, special man, special guy, and he's really talented. We like a lot of different. I like a lot of different songs, a lot of different types of music. I have a good playlist. Thank you.
Mr. President, what would you like to see for America 250 here at the Kennedy Center?
Well, we're going to have a lot of events. One of the things you're going to have here is some of the UFC press. You have the fighters coming over talking about the fights. It's a big deal. The UFC on June 14th. It's going to be June 14th next year. And they're building an arena. The great Dana White's building an arena. And they're going to have 8 or 9 championship fights, the biggest fights they've ever had. Everyone's a championship fight. And everyone's a legendary type of fight. He's actually holding back fights right now for 6 months so he can do it for this, the 250. I think 250 is going to be amazing. I think the arena is going to be 5,000 or 6,000 seats right in front of the front door of the White House and 100,000 people in the back where they're putting up 8 or 10 very big screens. That's going to be an exciting night. So many people are asking for tickets, the UFC. Thank you.
Mr. President, on healthcare,
I did. I met with Ted. I think he's fantastic. I think he's, in the history of Hollywood, there's really been almost, you could say, nothing like what he's done. You go back to Louis B. Mayer, maybe, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM. Ted has done an incredible job. I mean, he had a company that was very troubled 7 or 8 years ago, and he took it over, and he's really done a legendary job.
Should they be allowed to buy Warner Brothers?
Well, that's the question. They have a very big market share. And when they have Warner Brothers, that share goes up a lot. So I that's going to be for some economists to tell, and also, and I'll be involved in that decision too. But they have a very big market share. No. He came up. He was in the Oval Office last week. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great person. But he's done one of the greatest jobs in the history of movies and other things. He's got a lot of interesting things happening aside from what you're talking about. But it is a big market share. There's no question about it. It could be a problem.
Mr. President, you mentioned some of your favorite songs from your
Well, it's something that has to be soft and soothing to your ear. I like some songs that other people don't like. That's why they have, you ever hear the expression, that's why they have menus in restaurants. We're all different. We all order different things. Otherwise, you just serve one meal and that will be it. But I love country music. Here we have the king of country music tonight. That's another one. It's not up to me. We have a board of 40 people that are really the most prestigious people in the United States. We have the honorary chairwoman on the board, right? As the first lady, she's honorary chairwoman. But it's a really prestigious board, and that's up to them. I don't know what they're doing about that. We are doing a lot. We are saving Kennedy Center. Yeah, we went through probably 50 different names. We were politicked by a lot of people. Some of them the stars themselves. But we went through 50 names and we picked the 5. And we're very happy with them. We're really very different audiences. But as I said, just down the line, they're different audiences, but when you add them up, it's 100% of the public. Thank you. Mexico and Canada, we met. A lot of people were here, right here we met. And Prime Minister of Canada, President of Mexico, spoke for a half hour. Very good, very productive. 100% of the public. Thank you.
Mr. President, could the Opera House be renamed after Melania? What did you talk about with Prime Minister Carney and Mexican President Sheinbaum when you were here just a few days earlier?
Mexico and Canada, we met with the, as you know, I mean, it was pretty well, a lot of people were here. Right here we met. And the Prime Minister of Canada, President of Mexico, and we spoke for a half hour. Very good, very productive. Talked mostly trade.
Will you restart negotiations with Canada?
Oh, look, I have a great relationship with Canada. They're very tough traders, but I have a very good relationship with the Prime Minister and with Canada.
And you had said you would halt those negotiations earlier after the terror.
Well, I have halted them.
And so will you restart them?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you know, the problem is Canada makes a lot of things that we don't need because we make them also. But we'll work it out. Look, Canada's a special place, and they really are good at ice hockey, aren't they?
Mr. President, what is more difficult, Mr. President, hosting the Kennedy Center honors or preparing for the State of the Union?
Well, could I answer that question after the show's over?
If you give it to me, absolutely.
I'll give it to you after the show's over. I mean,
what's more difficult?
This is a little bit different.
Yes.
But you know, I hosted The Apprentice when it was the #1 show on television. We did 42.5 million people that night. It was a little different television than it is now. You had more people watching in those days.
What are you expecting, Mr. President, in terms of ratings for this year's Kennedy Center?
I think it'll do great. I think it's going to do great. Ratings are complicated now because you have streaming added on and everything else, but I think it'll do very big. I mean, just look, just based on what you see right here. If you came here last year, you saw a line that was about 1/10 this size. You weren't even here last year, right?
Are you sorry not hosting your first?
How do you prepare for hosting this year's Kennedy Center? You have so much on your plate.
I do. I have a lot on my plate, and I didn't really prepare very much. I read a little bit. I have a good memory, so I can remember things, which is very fortunate. But I want to just be myself, and so you have to be yourself. Johnny Carson, he was himself. Thank you, everybody.
During those talks, I'm going to stay away.
From politicization, do you think the Kennedy Center is now better serving all Americans?
I think it is. I think it's been really enhanced very greatly over the last 10 months, meaning since we've been here. And we're making it great. We're going to make it physically great as a building, so you won't even believe how beautiful it'll be.
And we saved the Kennedy Center. That's a big thing. Thank you.
So, John, your first time you stayed away from the awards.